To give this week's content a bit of context, I want to set up two related but different phrases you'll encounter in all kinds of librarianship: scholarly conversation and scholarly communication. Scholarly communications is a term you'll hear especially in academic libraries, and it's not unusual to see entire positions described as scholarly communications librarians. Scholarly communications, or ScholComm, is a system of research, writing, distributing, and publishing that happens in academia. We need to understand scholarly communications issues both as researchers ourselves and as people who support researcher patrons, and learning to do one can help us better do the other. These systems, which are explored in more detail in other videos I'm including this week, have a lot in common across fields, although the details will look different. In librarianship and in musicology or ethnomusicology, the process will look similar to history or anthropology or other fields. For performers, though, it will of course look different, even though we can think about some of the same processes of research, creation, feedback, a final form, and performance or dissemination. Understanding the processes and the options available to us and our patrons at each stage is important for us as library scholars and as librarians who support researchers. The most common venues for publication in music librarianship are journals and edited books that collect essays by a number of authors. The journals you'll encounter most, at least in the US, are Notes, the Journal of the Music Library Association, Fontes Artis Musicae, the Journal of the International Association of Music Libraries, and Music Reference Services Quarterly. Music librarians also publish in other library journals, musicology journals, trade journals, and so on. Scholarly conversation is a common way of describing the content that is expressed via scholarly communication. We'll encounter this phrase again when we talk about instructional frameworks. While publications like monographs and academic journals are prominent parts of the scholarly communication system, scholarly conversation refers to the threads of ideas and interchange that run among those publications, as well as in less formal forums. For example, we've read several examples that show how conversations about format preferences in academic music libraries have played out. Scholars have cited each other, built on each other's ideas, and applied them to different contexts. And they've given each other feedback at conferences, in conversations, and as peer reviewers.